refugees are human, refugees are people, and their human rights are the same for all. There are no sets of human rights for citizens that are separate and distinct from the human rights that accrue to refugees. So this for me is a great moment that we can sit here and be talking about a 3-year program to protect, promote, and preserve the rights of refugees who live with us, and also to accolade the host communities that have warmly received and accepted these people amongst them. The positive lessons learned from the ongoing cooperation shall be utilized in the implementation of this project on the promotion and protection of rights of refugees, asylum seekers, and host communities in Kenya. The programming on protection of human rights and fundamental freedoms for refugees and host communities in Kenya is very, very historic for this commission. While we have traditionally programmed on the promotion and protection of the rights of refugees through public interest litigation, investigation of violations, advocacy for ECOSOC rights, among others, the Commission has never received dedicated support from any development partner on rights promotion and protection of refugees and host communities. This support from the Royal Netherlands Embassy, Your Excellency Ambassador, is the first in history for our Commission, and we thank you. It is also historic because the Commission gets to be supported by a very resourceful partner, the Refugee Consortium of Kenya, RCK, on matters of promotion and protection of the rights of refugees and host communities, and this provides us with very immense benefits for better results. We thank you. At our Commission, we hold the view that national human rights institutions' involvement in the promotion and protection of the rights of refugees and host communities is at the heart of our work, as both have inherent human rights that must be respected, protected, and promoted. The successful implementation of this project calls for close partnership and collaboration with partners in this space, including the states, civil society, faith-based organizations, grassroots organizations, human rights defenders, development partners. We need all of us. We are all in it, so let us undertake to also work together to bring this to fruition. With your support, I give you my institutional commitment to delivering to the best of our ability in the implementation of this project and in fulfilling the project overall goal of enhanced protection, promotion, and realization of human rights and fundamental freedoms for the refugees and host communities in Kenya.
Looking at what happened over the last years, decades with refugees, the approach of the government toward refugees was a security-based approach. But if you look for an integrated vision, you have to shift. You have to shift the base to much more a service delivery approach, to much more a creating an integrated and coherent community approach. And that in itself is going to take time, it's going to take a lot of effort. We will be there along the road, but we also depend on you to do that. As the Netherlands, we were very, very keen to have this partnership, as it aligns well with the strategic ambitions within our multi-annual country strategy that seeks to support Kenya on bolstering internal and regional stability and in fulfilling its international commitments on human rights and on the hosting of refugees. But we're also keen to support the overall vision of the government of Kenya in becoming a strong anchor state and regional leader on progressive policy and approaches to refugees hosting within the region. We're also proud of this joint partnership between Kenya and the National Commission on Human Rights and the Refugee Consortium of Kenya, as both respective institutions have a long-standing experience working on advancing human rights, people-centered justice, and policy advocacy issues for refugees and host communities in Kenya. We are looking to leverage on both the organization's respective mandates, networks, and rich expertise within the refugee space on human rights to achieve the program's goals and outcomes. In particular, we are looking to leverage on our long-standing partnership with the Kenyan National Commission for Human Rights on advancing rule of law in Kenya and their watchdog role to enhance the government of Kenya's accountability towards human rights as well as refugee rights.
We appreciate the government of Kenya, the host community who welcome us, because when we are in the refugee camp, we gain a lot, including education, which is not available in Somalia. We have free education at the camp level and few scholarships where we can join the universities in Nairobi and other urban centers for free. We learn for free. It is facilitated by the government and the partners who help us a lot. We have people who graduated, who have gone back to Somalia, contributing to this building in Somalia. That's a great development. We appreciate that. Refugee Act 2021, which provided recognition, protection, and management of refugees, which was seeing that it was better from the previous Refugee Act 2006, which was now outdated. But up to now, implementation, we have not seen being implemented. But when you read the Act, it is very beautiful. You will feel happy by us implementing partners, including RCK, and Kenya National Commission for Human Rights, KNCHR, and all other partners to intervene in early implementation of that, because it provides opportunities to the refugees.
The Ministry of Interior, the State Department for Immigration, and DRS welcomes this project. We are in agreement that there is a lot of need for advocacy on various issues that touch on refugees. I've heard of the different areas that the program is going to touch on, and maybe just to say that as a government, we as much as we have a responsibility in hosting refugees, as we also advocate for their rights, let us also tell them of their obligations, because we believe that as a host country, they are also obliged to know what are the laws of the land, what does the law say about their rights and also their obligations. We have a lot of maybe gaps in some of the policies that we have, and we also welcome you to be able to work together with the Ministry of Interior and DRS to be able to even do a policy audit.
By focusing on the rights of not only refugees, but also the host communities, we are all here acknowledging that actually a comprehensive approach which is inclusive and that creates a supportive environment for both groups is essential. And especially in the current global context, where the issues of refugees are becoming even more complex and calls for the involvement of all of us, we pledge our commitment to support and collaborate with the RCK and also the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights to ensure the successive implementation of the project.
What is our theory of change? We are saying that if we improve the capacity of the duty bearers, and if the host communities and the refugees, legal assistance is provided to them. If we do advocacy for the implementation of the various laws, be it the Refugees Act, be it our various laws of the land, be it the Constitution, and if we empower these refugees and host communities to claim their rights, if they're able to report on violations, if they're able to identify that a violation has taken place, if they're able to know the channel where this should be taken, and they're able to access redress and issues of their mental health, both of refugees, host communities, and the duty bearers that work with them are improved, then we are going to have a culture of accountability. on the part of the duty bearers that are providing services. Okay? Then number two, once we have a culture of accountability, then we are going to have people-driven and centered justice will be promoted. And then we are going to have equitable access to justice between refugees, asylum seekers, and of course the host communities. Again, the concept of living normally becomes is brought here. So what will this lead to? This will lead to enhanced protection, promotion, and the realization of human rights and fundamental freedoms for the communities that we seek to serve, who are the refugees, asylum seekers, and host communities. And once this is done, then we are going to facilitate durable solutions, pathways, and mental health and psychosocial well-being of the teams that we are going to deal with. So this is what is going to guide our implementation throughout the 3 years. And even in terms of sustainability, we expect that the theory of change in one way or the other will contribute to that sustainability. Who are the stakeholders? I think everyone in this room, both within and without. So of course we have the National Police Service, who are normally the first point of contact, especially when refugees and those communities are in conflict with the law. Then we have the CUCs, comprised of all actors in the justice sector. Then we have our legislatures, so Parliament, county assemblies, executive members for purposes of policy advocacy, passage of laws. And then the non-state actors that will also enforce part of the activities that we have. And then finally the development partners. Under this we have UNHCR, everyone, the donor development working group, and everyone that will support us in one way or the other. And this is the project. Thank you very much.